Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm devouring rye pita bread while on a walk into the forest with Safrush. We are both very happy to be on a walk together and to go and pick some blueberries. We both needed to run a little bit, so you can hear me heavily breathing in this video. It's the beginning of July and there are a lot of blueberries. They are not very big, rather on the smallish side, but plenty enough, and I'm going to pick some for eating, and I want to freeze some of them as well. It turns out that Safrush really loves blueberries and he was eating them by himself off the bushes. There's quite a lot. I have a small jar in half an hour. Hello, it's many days later since you saw me picking blueberries, and I've been picking blueberries more since then, and I have put some in the freezer. I've eaten as well. I'm in my summer working clothes. Last time you saw me, when you saw me in that blueberry forest, I was very mentally exhausted and I was just running into the forest. But today I am more rested and I want to talk about the drought that we have in Poland. I'm pretty sure a lot of countries in Europe are affected, but here in Poland in June we already had a drought warning. I mean, you've seen some rain in my vlogs this summer. We've had rain. It even rained yesterday, as you could have seen from the first clips. But the rain is very short and shallow and it doesn't go for a long time, and the grass here is quite yellow. We water our garden regularly, and I read that there is a farming drought, meaning that the crops are affected, especially wheat, corn, some fruit trees and so on. I saw a field of peas the other day and it was completely yellow, completely dry. I mean, the farmers are of course watering their fields, but it's from what I've read that the water doesn't reach the deep parts of the soil. Have you had any abnormal weather where you live? Do you have any information about droughts, or maybe that it's extremely rainy or anything like that? I do think that they are experimenting with weather. I've read so much about weather manipulation that I am absolutely 100% certain that they are indeed manipulating the weather. Who are they? The people with the power, or the so-called power. I read a story here in Poland about a blueberry field, like not natural in the forest, but a blueberry field, and that the person in charge of that field was a rich man, and he had devices for weather manipulation, and he would conjure up a rain cloud over his field, and there were a lot of weather abnormalities around that area. It's a true story, so you go figure. I am absolutely sure about HAARP, HAARP, which is weather manipulation. Go read about it if you haven't already. Few cherries are ready to be picked. Such an abundance of fruit and veggies in summer. Delicious. And there are a lot of things we want to accomplish this year yet. I need to practice driving because in summer I can, take the bike and the weather allows that. But come rainy autumn might be difficult, and we have projects here on our land and so on. There are a lot of things, but many of those things are paused at the moment. We have like family obligations that are taking up all our time now in July. So this month in July, I am not sure when you will see this vlog, but the whole July is more about, picking fruits, making jams, strawberry jams, pickling cucumber, freezing blueberries and things like that. Chopping onion for some Polish burgers that I will fry on the pan. So not like burgers, but more like mince patties. And I will eat them probably with pasta. Yes, with penne pasta and ketchup and the veggies, the Swedish style, and the rest of the family will probably eat with rice and some veggies. So in here I have an onion, garlic, mustard, thyme, salt, pepper, oat flour and 1 egg. I rarely talk about movies on my channel. I talk about books more often, but I want to recommend a very good movie that I rewatched recently. It's from 2018, and if you haven't watched it, I truly recommend it. It's called The Hostiles. It takes place in the end of the 19th century, 1800 something. It's about this reluctant general who has to escort a Native American chief back to his lands, and on the way they also encounter a despairing widow who had her whole family killed by Indians. Very slow, very dark, but also very hopeful. It shows a transformation from hate to forgiveness, acceptance. It's all about emotions of hatred, of life, of death, of forgiveness, of tenderness. It's a beautiful film. You should definitely watch it if you want to have your heart moved and think about hatred and love and forgiveness. It's a very fitting movie for these times. thank you very much for watching this short, sweet vlog. I hope you enjoy these short vlogs as well. And I hope you enjoy these more light vlogs as well. Let me know in the comments below, and do follow me on Instagram. I post a lot of stories, and I have a lot of content there as well, so you're missing out if you're not on Instagram. And thank you very much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.